Hi, I'm Cathy Neptune, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to give you tips, tools, and recipes to make your time in the kitchen fun, fast, and fabulous. And we're welcoming Easter here, or whatever holiday you're celebrating in the spring, and we're going to do some type Easter style using leftover hams, and I think you're going to enjoy it. We have a good variety. We have our fabulous guest, Angela. Hi, Angela. Thanks for coming. Are you cooking Easter dinner?
Yes, I am.
What are you making?
I'm making ham and lasagna.
Oh, good one. Oh, that's nice. Any dessert?
A trifle.
Oh, what kind?
English trifle. Custard, fresh fruit.
Oh, nice. Oh, send me a picture. That sounds really good.
That.
Oh, that sounds excellent. Good job. She's a good cook. She's a very good cook. So we're going to start out. I have my oven preheating at 350. And we're going to do a carrot cake from semi-scratch. And by that, I mean I'm starting out with a boxed spice cake mix because I was looking at scratch recipes for carrot cake. And you just make a basic yellow cake mix and add your cinnamon, allspice, and ginger. And I thought, well, that's what a spice cake is. So why not take a shortcut when you can? So we're going to add 2 cups of finely grated fresh carrots. And we're going to put that in our mixing bowl. And I love this recipe because you really don't have to use a mixer. We're just going to blend it. And we have 4 eggs. And put that in the bowl. It's kind of a dump recipe, if you will. A half a cup of corn oil or vegetable oil or whatever you prefer. 8 ounces juice in all of crushed pineapples right in the bowl. And then because I love the flavor, this wasn't in the recipe, but I love orange. So why not? With carrots, it's orange. It's going to be in there. And it just, like you would add lemon to any recipe, I think orange goes particularly well with the carrots, so why not? It smells so good. And we're going to bake these in some cute little muffin styles. I love this grater. Remember, if you want to know the resources for these tools, just email me. And that's going to be our orange zest. You can see how finely grated. This is a rasp style. And I'm just going to blend that together just to break up the eggs and mix all the oils. Seems like a lot of carrot, but I guess that's why they call it a carrot cake. This would be kind of healthy, right, Angela?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think that counts. And the pineapple adds such a nice flavor. And then 1 packet of a spiced cake mix. Just pour that in there. Oh, question, yeah.
Now, could we make cupcakes with that same recipe?
Exactly what I'm doing. Right here. We have little bundt cakes.
Oh, okay.
A little bundt pan, but absolutely I would. You don't have to change the mix because most of your cake mixes give instructions for making either muffins or cupcakes or small breads. So I would certainly do that. Good question. I like cupcakes anyway because if there's just 2 of you, you can freeze them. I've used this spice cake mix a lot. Sometimes I add chopped apples. And you can certainly add walnuts too. Nice. Yeah, the walnuts add a little bit. Some people are allergic to walnuts, so I kind of shy away from that. So everything's kind of mixed in there. And I'm going to set that aside over here. And I got my scoop, a large scoop. I love these because everything comes out evenly.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. And 1 good scoop in each one. And I love using a scoop because basically they all come out evenly, or they should. And if you didn't have a scoop, you could use, I'd say, a 3rd measuring cup, 3rd cup measuring cup. I'm going to pop those in. And then in addition to this, put those in. Set our timer for 15 minutes. And did it go on? Oh, let me do it again. I have these smaller ones too because we have extra batter. So look at how cute these are.
Cute.
Yeah, so we're just going to put in 2 scoops in each. And you have little individual ones. I'm going to send one home with you and Steven. For you and Steven to have. Let me see. I get another one. I think we should have enough for 3. And then we've got a nice frosting that we're going to do when these come out of the oven and cool down. It's a cream cheese frosting. How bad can that be? There you go. I'm going to pop those in. I like to tap them down a little bit. Put those in. And those should cook about the same time. These are going to be so nice and colorful. Put those in. And when we come back, I'm going to start on our rustic spring pizza. You're going to love it. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. We're going to do a rustic pizza using leftover ham that I hope you'll have plenty of leftover ham, and this is a great way to do. I mean, who doesn't love pizza? And we're going to incorporate some spring veggies. So let's get started with starting out here with some ricotta cheese. And I have about a cup of ricotta. And what I did, here's a good tip, is to see how dense this ricotta cheese is. I just put it, I lined a strainer, just a mesh strainer with a coffee filter, and put some ricotta cheese in there overnight in a strainer, and it gives you a nice denser ricotta, because a lot of times, you know, there's no consistency in ricotta cheese most of the time. Sometimes they can be very watery, so this is a great way to get a little bit denser, because we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of heavy cream to this. And that's going to give it a nice body. And then look at all these wonderful herbs that lasted in my winter herb garden indoors. And I'm going to add some chives. And you can do this. I do this mostly for color and flavor. So we're going to add about a teaspoon. And we're going to use some in our other recipe. And oh, this, it does. It smells like spring fresh basil that we've chopped. And oh, that's the timer for our cupcakes. I'm going to get those in a minute. And some flat leaf parsley. So I'm going to put that in, about a teaspoon of each. And excuse my back, I'm going to just check on our cupcakes. Oh, those didn't take long at all. Okay, I'm going to take those out. I think they're done. Now that was only 15 minutes. And we're going to show these to you. And I think our breads are just about done. Oops, done as well. Look at these.
Oh, very, very good.
Isn't that's what you do when you use a scoop like that. You get some nice evenly cooked. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I did spray these ahead of time. And I'm going to put those on a cooling rack. And then shortly I'm going to invert those. And I'm going to leave those cakes in for, let's do 4 more minutes. About 4:55 on the little cakes because they're a little bigger. So we're going to stir that in, and 2 cloves of garlic. Fresh garlic is always the best. And I love my garlic press because you don't have to peel your garlic. You just put it in skin side down, like curved down, and then over the bowl. You just press out the garlic, because this is a pizza. You want to have real garlic. And then you take the skin out. Let's do another. And press that. Did you know purple garlic is sweeter than regular garlic? Yeah, if you can get purple, some garlics with a little purple tinge to it, it's a little bit sweeter. So a little salt. This is Himalayan pink sea salt. And a fresh grind of black pepper. Oops, stay there. And this is my wonderful rainbow black pepper. It's got all different flavors of peppercorn in it. Very fragrant. You'd be surprised how many flavors there are in peppers. And then just because I can, I'm going to add a little bit of lemon zest. Because we're going to do some veggies on top of this. Just about, I'd say, a light teaspoon. That's going to add a nice freshness. And blend that together. And there's no egg or anything in that, but you see why we did drain the ricotta cheese, because when you add the cream onto this, it would make it too thick and too runny, but this is going to puff up really well. So we're just going to dab it on here and there. And my pizza crust is just a store-bought one that I let rise at room temperature for a little bit. And I made it a little bit rustic. You'll notice the shape of this isn't perfect, but we want to do a nice rustic look. And it's okay if there's some holes in it. You just pinch it over and it'll all fill in. And we're just going to dab it all over. I'd say that's pretty good. You can smooth it or not. I think that's pretty nice looking pizza base. For our other ingredients, well, that's good. Just smooth it out a little bit so you get little peaks of ricotta cheese here and there. And then I blanched some asparagus, some nice tender asparagus, and I'm going to leave them whole. And I'm going to put them on little angles like this. And because they're blanched for about 3 minutes, I put them into ice water after they cooked for about 3 minutes to stop the cooking. And you can see they've still got a little bit of snap to them, which makes them very tender. And I cooked the whole thing because these asparagus are so good on toast. I'm going to leave them whole. I think that looks pretty nice. What do you think, Angela? Is that enough? Oh, you have a question.
So you suggest, oops, sorry. So you suggest that's how they're crispy, because you put them in the ice water?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it stops. Yeah.
That's a good idea. I never would have thought about that.
It does. It stops the cooking process immediately, because the residual, because they're so delicate and they're so thin, you want to stop that right away. And these are just great to snack on too. Now, if you had a thicker asparagus, you shave, like take a vegetable peeler and hold your asparagus like this when they're raw, and just shave them. You don't have to shave all the way up, just to where it's thicker base. Okay. And then you don't get that woody feel to your asparagus. It's a great tip. And sometimes I save the stems that I cut too, and I make a nice soup with some leftover ham. It's a good thing to do. So we have some leftover Easter ham, and you just spread. You can do however, you can eyeball it and see whatever you'd like on there for the ham. And there's our little cakes. The timer is going off. We're multitasking today. You can see how colorful this is. Would your family eat something like this, Angela? Do they like ham? And you always have leftover ham. What do you do with your leftover ham? Do you have leftover ham usually?
I do.
Yeah.
I make ham salad.
Ham salad is great.
And then I have ham and eggs.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, ham and eggs. Love leftover ham.
And I make panini sandwiches with the ham.
Paninis, good one. You have a panini press?
Yeah.
Good job. That's a great tool. So we're going to take these out. Little mini cakes. How cute are these?
Cute.
Aren't they great? These are little metal containers, so we're going to put those over here. I think I'll just put them on the stove to cool.
Those are so cute.
Yeah. And we're going to turn our oven up really high to about 425 to make our pizza. So let me turn this up 425. And that shouldn't take long to heat, but you want a really hot oven. These stones are great for heating up pizza. And then I have some shaved red onions, and we're just going to put a few over the top, just because I love the flavor of onions. And don't forget, we have garlic in the ricotta cheese too. You don't need many onions, but it adds a nice flavor, and they caramelize on the top like this, so that's why I'm putting them not in the ricotta cheese. I think that's good. And then that's about it. We have some cheddar cheese, freshly grated cheddar cheese, a little here and there. And then we're going to also add some Parmesan cheese because we can. It's a little bit drier cheese. So I'm going to put all over. And we're not going to cook this very long because the oven is going to be so hot. This would be a great brunch dish too. You know, if I was doing this for brunch, you know what I'd do? I'd leave a little space and I put like an egg on the top. Oh. Yes, maybe a medium-sized egg, and arrange these right over the asparagus. I think it'd be a great brunch thing. Have you ever done, do you put eggs? That's the latest thing, putting eggs on everything.
On hamburgers.
Hamburgers is great. Oh yeah, it adds a lot of protein.
Right. That's the latest thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I could drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the top, not much. Use something with a spout. And then, because we didn't salt the asparagus, just a light dusting of salt on the top for the asparagus. And we're going to pop that into the oven, and when it comes out, I'll show you how we're going to garnish this. And it wouldn't take too long to do this, probably about 15 to 20 minutes, but I check after 20 minutes, so we'll be right back. Wow, these came out really good. Look at our little bunch carrot cakes. Are those the cutest little things with carrots, and don't forget pineapple in there, and a boxed cake mix. So we're going to frost those. So they're cooling right now. I'm going to put these over here and give them time to cool. Actually, I'm going to put them over here. And we're going to do, I had a little bit of pizza dough left, so I thought this would be a fun thing to show you. And I took and broke the dough down into 4 little dough balls and rolled them out and let them rise a little bit. And we had leftover asparagus that were blanched. Remember, we blanched these. So, and some leftover ham and some cheese. So what I'm going to do, we slice this really thin off of a beautiful ham. And we're going to take, let's see, 2 asparagus, 2 to 3. And I'm going to do some of this tube mozzarella cheese. I think this is a great thing to have. We're going to roll it up inside the ham and take one of these pieces of dough and just wrap it around the ham and the cheese and put it back on our stone. What do you think of that, Angela?
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that fun?
It's fun.
And I'm going to do one with cheddar because I can. And 3 little, and look at how tiny and tender these are. And this is cheddar cheese. And roll it up. I'm going to put the asparagus. I want to see the tips peeking out at the top. And rolling that and starting at the top and just wind it down. And as it bakes, it's going to wrap and puff up around your asparagus. I thought it was a good use of extra dough. So again, these are kind of large. Let's take a thin one and another thing of mozzarella and wrap those inside. It's a good use of leftover ham. And put these in the oven. They won't take very long, as you might as well while your pizza is cooking. Why not? I'll tuck it inside. And one more with some cheddar cheese. And make sure you slice the ham very, very thin because sometimes it can be dry. Oh, I forgot the asparagus. I'm trying to get some really tiny ones in here. And you don't have to worry about cooking the asparagus all the way through because remember we blanched them, which gives it a good head start. Okay. And then this, wrapping it around. And they don't have to be perfect because they're going to bake evenly. I wonder if I can put them this way. You know what? That might be a little better. It gives them a little more room in between. I'm going to put them this way so they have time and a space to expand a little bit. So those are a little ham and asparagus and cheese bundles. Isn't that fun? So we're going to put those in too to bake along with our pizza. And those shouldn't take very long either. So we're going to get a third, or really our fourth recipe together. So we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. We're doing some deviled eggs because what would Easter be without eggs? And I've done actually 7 eggs. I always make one extra just in case. So we have the yolks from 7 eggs. And I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of mayo to make it creamy. And I may add more, just depending. So I'm going to leave that on the side. I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice to that, about a teaspoon. And that gives it a little tang. So I'd say that's a good teaspoon. And then I love the flavor that gives for a little bit of acidity. But I also I love trying different vinegars, and I always encourage you to try new things. This is a Prosecco wine vinegar. And I thought, why not? So just a little bit. You don't want it too heavy. And then, so we're going to see actually, how bad could that be if it's Prosecco, right? And you can tell it's a really good vinegar because there's a little spongy material in there. If you can see it moving around on the bottom, that's called the mother. And that is what makes vinegar turn sour. So they used to make apple cider vinegar out of regular apple cider, and that's how they did it, was introducing a mother to your vinegar. There's going to be a test afterwards. You want to do good on the test. And because it's always in there, a little bit of mustard, and we're going to taste this after, so we're going to see if there's enough of everything in here. And then I'm going to do my garlic, fresh garlic, excuse my reach. And we're doing all this in a blender because we want it really smooth. So I'm going to put about a good clove of garlic, because why not? We'll get that in there. And this is what makes this special. We're going to add a little bit of Southwest seasoning. If you have some taco mix, about half a teaspoon of this. Of course, this is brand new, so we're going to open it up and put that in. You can use taco seasoning, Mexican flavoring, any kind of Mexican flavoring that you have. A Southwest, you could do cumin, a little cayenne, whatever you prefer. So about, oh yes, Angela, you have a question, hon?
So we could use Cajun paprika.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. I mean, I like the way you're thinking. You know what? I saw a recipe too. This would be fun. Old Bay seasoning with some shrimp. Chop up some shrimp and put it in there. I think that would be very nice to do. So we're going to add, I'm going to start with half an avocado. And do you know, have you ever bought an avocado and it's not ripe?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what you can do is take your avocado, wrap it in foil, and bake it in a 350 oven for about 20 to 30 minutes till it gets soft.
Seriously?
And it'll soften it up, yeah. Which is really good to do. And yeah, this is perfect. You got to do it when it's ready. So we're going to add that right into the eggs. It's going to give it a pretty color. How fun is that? So let's do, again, I'm just going to do a little bit, and I'm going to chop up the rest of it so we can put it as a topping for our deviled eggs. And these are truly going to be deviled. They're going to be spicy deviled eggs, but not too spicy. You could also add hot sauce or whatever you'd like. There's all kinds of flavor combinations that you could do. So have fun with it. You could do an Italian one, just whatever you have on hand, what your family likes. Just feel free to add whatever. Yeah, Angela, what do you got?
Oh, you could put Greek. Could you use Greek yogurt? Because a lot of people don't like mayo.
That is an excellent
I was
idea.
wondering.
Yeah, and you could do some oregano or some dill and a little shaved cucumber. You salt it first and drain your cucumber. That's a great idea. I like the way you think. And then a little bit of salt. Actually, quite a bit because there's a lot of eggs in there. And again, we're going to adjust it and taste it. And some pepper. And then, should we put some herbs, Angela, for color?
I think we should.
I do. As long as we have them. I like to use fresh herbs whenever we can. So I think a little onion flavor would be good. And I'm not going to do basil, but I'm going to do some fresh parsley. Just for color. Now, cross your fingers because we're going to blend this. And I want to get it fairly smooth because I'm putting this into a piping bag. So I don't want it to clog up. So I'm just going to run that through again. I'm going to taste it. See how that is. It smells really good. Oh, this is good. This is killer. Just enough. You can really taste the vinegar even though we just put in a little bit. You can taste the vinegar. The lime really comes through on that. You're going to love this. This is going to be my new favorite. Imagine doing a tray of these for the summer. This would be nice. And we're going to use our accent decorator. This makes it easy. You can also do a plastic bag with the tip cut off the bottom. Now, I wouldn't do this ahead of time. Why not, Angela? Why do you think? With the avocado, what happens to your avocados?
Green and brown.
Yeah, they turn brownish gray.
Yeah.
So you could do the whole mixture ahead of time and then just at the last minute in your blender or your mini food processor, yeah, just add your avocado to this. And then you'll be good to go. So, again, I love my easy accent decorator. Makes it very consistent. Get every little bit. That's going to be good. That's going to make a dozen because we cut them in half. And put the cover on it and fill these puppies up. This would be a good dish to bring to somebody's house too. And if you don't have time to make a dessert.
Sure, I'll be waiting for those in the summer.
I'll
be waiting for Cathy.
Come to. I'll invite myself to your pool. So here she comes. Let me check on our pizza. Oh my gosh, those look really good. And going to do these. I'm going to fill these up. And I'll start this out. And I'll take this over here so you can see what I'm doing. Let me clear this off. We're going to have a lot of dishes tonight.
Oh, that's good. We got hands.
Yeah, that's okay. And we're going to do this over here. And fill these up. And see why you want a nice smooth puree, because you want your eggs, your mixture rather, to come out of the eggs. And because I said that, it's stuck. Okay. Let me see if I can loosen this. We've got a chunk of avocado in there. Okay. Oh, there's a big one. No problem. Put that on the bottom. Nobody will know because we're going to put some salsa on this as well. Put that there. Perfect. And then I'm going to take a little bit of salsa and put a little bit on the top of each one, just for color. Angela, can you help me out with this, hon?
Yes,
How about, oh, you're so nice. How those look?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
just, yeah, sure. And thank you very much. It's always good to have help in the kitchen, right? And let's see how our pizza's doing. Oh, good job. You went to salsa school.
A little bit of
Oh, look at this, Angela.
a little bit of color here.
Look at this.
Oh my god, that is so delicious.
It's perfect. And our little asparagus strips are still have about 5 minutes to go.
Okay, and now we have ourselves. Isn't that pretty on the little bunny?
That looks great. Good job. Oh, that's nice. That's perfect. So we're going to finish everything off. We're going to make a frosting for our little mini carrot cakes. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. I'm doing our cream cheese frosting for our cute little bun cakes, carrot bun cakes. And I took 8 ounces of softened cream cheese that never really softens enough with 1 1/4 cup of confectioner's sugar. And I'm adding a 1/3 cup of heavy cream. Why not? You already have the sugar in there. So it's going to take a little bit of muscle to blend this. And it's going to make a nice fluffy frosting to go on top. That's all it is. Cream cheese, confectioner's sugar, and whipping cream. And you want to use a hand mixer. Okay, that looks good. Okay, make sure you get it all over you. That helps. And then we're going to take this. Look at how beautiful that is. We're going to take our little bun cakes and we're going to spread just lightly because we're going to decorate these as well. And you can see why you wanted to cool these. And we're going to do a few at a time. And we've got some cute decorations to put on top, so you don't have to worry too much if it's not even, because we're going to cover it up. These cakes are so moist, and I think it's because you use the fresh carrots, but also that crushed pineapple inside makes it so soft and light inside. And it is healthy because it has carrots in it, right? Right, Angela?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. So And I think these are going to be good. And then we're going to decorate these. Use my little dish towel. And then we have some little sprinkles. We call them jimmies. I'm going to do a few of them over the top. Like so. Oh, these look so pretty, Angela. And you can also do, if you didn't have those, I'm going to do a few with some little Easter eggs. Different colored Easter eggs. So either way, you get a little decoration on top. Those are so cute. They look like spring because spring's coming eventually. There we go. And we're going to plate all of this up. Those are our beautiful little, we're going to finish the rest of these and decorate them, get the kids involved. I also did, I forgot this, I'm going to put some of these on as well. A little sprinkle of coconut that I've covered.
For the grass. Yeah,
with the green food coloring. And just as a little touch. I mean, the kids would love doing this. It makes them festive. And there we go. Those are so cute. And we're gonna, our pizza is all done. Wait until you see our what we did with the leftover pizza dough and the ham rolls, ham and asparagus roll-ups. And we're gonna wrap everything up and present it. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Wow, welcome back. Look at our Easter Plus feast, what we can do with ham and eggs for Easter leftovers. We have a beautiful galette or rustic pizza. Look at how the ricotta cheese browned up nicely because we put a little bit of heavy cream in it. And we just lightly braised or parboiled the asparagus, and look at how with a little bit of olive oil on the top they just perfectly done. And then I garnish with a little bit of radishes on the top because it's spring. It adds some beautiful color, and that is a nice rustic pizza. And remember, with that pizza dough we did our wonderful little twists with the leftover pizza dough. We wrapped some different cheeses, mozzarella and cheddar cheese, around the asparagus and baked them same temperature along with the pizza. And there we have a little twist with, oh, don't forget the wrapped in ham as well. Our beautiful deviled eggs. Thank you, Angela, for garnishing with a little salsa and an avocado wedge on the top. And remember, very important, do these at the last minute. You add your avocado at the very last minute so they stay nice and green and fresh. This is our beautiful platter of our carrot cake with crushed pineapples and decorated into oblivion. They just look like spring. I had some batter left. How nice would this be for your guests to take home with them? This is a wonderful, wonderful treat. So I hope you try these recipes. Thank you to everyone for writing in with your comments and your suggestions. Thank you, Angela, for being here tonight. Thanks for being here. We're going to eat well tonight. And thank you all for watching. And remember, try these recipes. Thank you for watching, and may the fork be with you.